Hello, week 7. We will work on the fifth module, Consumer Behavior Outcomes and Issues. We will cover Chapter 15 and Chapter 16. Chapter 15 examines product innovations. Chapter 16 discusses symbolic consumer behavior. Before starting a new module, let me review what we learned so far. The first module briefly introduced what consumer behavior is. Module 2, which is the green hat in this chart, focuses on the internal factors influencing consumers' decision-making. Module 3, which is the purple rectangle in this chart, talks about how consumers judge and make decisions. The orange fan-shaped blocks on top are the external factors influencing consumers' decisions. The fifth module focuses on some consumer behavior issues. For example, Chapter 15, we will learn innovations, adoption, resistance, and diffusion. Innovations are products, services, ideas, or attributes perceived to be new by consumers in a market segment. Innovations can be categorized as functional, symbolic, and hedonic or aesthetic in nature. Innovations also vary in the degree of behavioral change their adoption requires. A continuum of innovativeness in products ranging from continuous to discontinuous innovations can be identified. Innovations may represent fads, fashions, or classics, and hence may exhibit a short, moderate, or long life cycle. Product life cycle lengths may be fostered by enhancing the breadth of the innovation and by encouraging use innovativeness in consumers. There are 3 key issues of importance to marketers introducing innovations. First is breaking down consumers' resistance to innovations. Second is facilitating consumers' adoption of the innovation. And third is affecting the diffusion of the innovation through the marketplace. A high-effort hierarchy of effects adoption processes occurs when the innovation is seen as economically, physically, socially, or psychologically risky. Some individuals called innovators adopt products independently of the decisions of others. Special marketing efforts may be geared toward innovators since their adoption directly or indirectly influences the adoption of other consumers by word of mouth or social modeling. Characteristics of the innovation and the social system in which it is introduced affect resistance, adoption, and diffusion. First, resistance is more likely to be overcome when the innovation is perceived to provide value, for example, involve a relative advantage, low cost, and low switching cost. Resistance is more likely to be overcome when the innovation involves minimum consumer learning, for example, high compatibility with existing needs, values, and behaviors, trialability, and low complexity. Resistance is more likely to be overcome when the innovation involves relatively high certainty and be viewed as high in social relevance, legitimacy, and adaptability. Consumers' perceptions of the characteristics of the innovation can in turn be affected by marketing decisions. Resistance, adoption, and diffusion are also affected by the characteristic of the social system in which the innovation operates. The more dense the social network and the more homophilous the social system, the more likely information will be transmitted from adopters to non-adopters. This information transmission may directly affect the adoption likelihood. Although they offer relative advantages, innovations can result in negative social and economic consequences. Chapter 16 discusses the symbolic role that products can play. Some products are used as conscious badges that designate the various cultural categories of which we are members. Products and rituals also hold symbolic significance when we undergo role transitions. They serve as symbols by connecting us to people, places, and times that have been important to us, and they are symbols of our individuality and uniqueness. The combined symbolic uses of products and rituals affect our self-concept. Some of our possessions are regarded as very special. They are non-substitutable, will not be sold at market value, and will be purchased with little regard for price. They are rarely discarded, even if their functional value is gone, and may not even be used for their original functional purpose. We personify these possessions, may feel powerful emotions in their presence, and may have feelings of fear or sadness over their potential or actual loss. In part, possessions are special because they serve as unique emblems, facilitate role transitions, connect us to others, or express our unique styles. In part, they are special because they indicate personal mastery and achievements, or are mood enhancing. Background characteristics such as social class, gender, and age all seem to influence just what type of object is regarded as special. Some entities are so special they are worshipped, set apart, and treated with inordinate respect. That is, they are sacred. A number of things outside the realm of possessions, people, places, objects, times, and events also take on sacred status. Sacred objects transcend time and space and have strong approach avoidance powers and great fascination. They are cared for and nurtured. Often, special rituals are devised to handle them. Sacred objects can be profaned or made more ordinary by commercialization, inappropriate usage, or divestment patterns. As such, marketers need to take care in developing, changing, or profaning sacredness in objects. Gift giving is a process of transferring meaning in products from one person to another. Gift giving entails three phases: gestation, presentation, and reformulation, and is a complex process involving single or multi-part donors, along with single or multi-party recipients. Gift-giving occasions are often culturally prescribed, but may vary in their timing.